So it's 8:30 a.m. and we're seeing ADA price come down a little bit. Not surprising at all. I mean, this has been this has been quite the last 6 days. We're down at about 61 cents at the time of filming this video. And I'm looking back at what took place last market cycle, and I'm looking what's taking place right now. And I think there's something very important that we need to be monitoring, and that is activity. Volume has in fact hit the largest day we've seen in this bull market cycle. And this is while the overall crypto market is making very similar pushes. And this is a pretty big indication about where ADA is going to head from here. I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It will keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So we'll obviously see what retail does. Hopefully we can continue moving this to the upside today. We'll see what happens, right? I'm going to be pretty much just watching football today. I'm down by a lot. Jamar Chase just crushed me in the early part of this week. So we'll see what happens. But right now, obviously, ADA is sitting in the mid 60-cent range. BTC is floating around 79.7. We kind of need a little bit of a push over 80K, I think, as we get either into the latter part of the day or the early part of the week to really confirm these runs and push things higher. But what I'm really watching in terms of ADA is volume. We have actually crossed $3.8 billion in daily volume, and this is the largest amount of volume we've seen in a single day during this bull market cycle for ADA. We are much higher in terms of volume than we were even as ADA was making its early bull market push. Even as we were getting up to 81 cents, that's not anywhere close to where we're at currently. So we're seeing an unprecedented level of excitement and activity when it comes to ADA itself. And so what I decided to do was take a look back. What did we do during the last market cycle? Where was ADA at this point? And looking at this moment back in 2020, we actually were kind of doing the same thing. We were starting to climb in terms of volume. We were at about $800 million in terms of volume. So ADA is showing significant growth from last cycle into this. I know volume has been a big discussion amongst many people. We had been down in like the 200 million range. So we're doing what we've done historically speaking. That's a very, very good sign. What I'm also looking at right now is what happened in the overall crypto market. So again, we're seeing a significant surge in overall market volume, 151 billion. So right now, ADA volume is about, what's that, 5%? 5% of the overall market cap, 5% of the overall market volume. And we're seeing a significant surge or a similar surge to what we saw actually around this time last market cycle as well. We saw the overall market volume surge from around like that 50 to 70 million range to up to hundreds of millions of dollars. So we're taking big steps forward in ADA. We're taking big steps forward in terms of the overall market. And what this means is that we're going to have significant moves and growth moving forward. Now, this isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice or anything like that. But what you need to know is that everything is playing out exactly the same. Right. The only thing that's really been different is the introduction of institutional money, BTC setting an early all-time high. But after our big correction, we're kind of back on track with BTC setting a new all-time high kind of around the end of the year of the halving. That's a normal thing. What I'm watching now too is ADA dominance. So we actually should have been kind of around this 0.8% range as a bottom in this market cycle. And that would be a big growth step forward. And unfortunately, we know what took place over the last 7 months, big periods of correction and consolidation. And yet, despite that, ADA never dropped below 0.5% of the global market cap dominance in terms of crypto. Yeah, there. Almost lost my words there. So what we're seeing and getting ready for now is this significant dominance surge in terms of ADA. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows the path that's exactly going to play out. But if we look back at what took place in 2020, we saw a similar surge to the upside in terms of ADA dominance. Now, why I'm highlighting this and why I think this is important is as Cardano gains traction, as ADA gains more traction and more price appreciation, we are going to see this dominance push either to one of two levels. There's a descending trend from the prior market cycle to the last one. And obviously that probably has to do with a little bit of either ADA's early top or ADA's early market or early lifetime price discovery. All right, surging to levels it probably should not have gotten to. And so we've kind of been in this descending trend. But if we eliminate kind of the outlier, this is actually the trend that we're on path for. So by the end of this market cycle, I would expect that ADA would either be somewhere between the 4 to 6% range in terms of market dominance. Why this is important is when we start talking about the global market cap of crypto getting to 10 to 12 trillion dollars, you can start to see where that, $500 billion market cap in terms of ADA starts to really come into play. And that, again, is where we're talking somewhere in that, $10, $12, $15 ADA range. Now, again, this isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice or anything like that. And honestly, trends can change. If you guys haven't noticed, trends change very quickly in the crypto market. Again, ADA running over 100%, now correcting about 10% or about 8%. But you guys get the point. The market cycle is playing out exactly how it always has. ADA is following the trend that it always has. I think we're going to have a very good indication of where ADA price is going to head in this market cycle by the time we get to March, April, May. I think I talked about that in another video. I would not be surprised if ADA is sitting either at or around an all-time high by that point. But the great news is that all these things that have taken place in terms of Cardano and ADA, the developments, the partnerships, obviously the big news just by Charles Hoskinson alone, these are things that can play into this cycle for ADA being a dominant performer one way or the other. If ADA gains traction, or Cardano gains traction, that's kind of the big wild card. Hopefully I didn't stumble around too much in this video, but we're very quickly approaching alt season. And this is something that people need to pay attention to, need to be prepared for. And I would not be surprised if ADA does get up into that kind of 5% range in terms of dominance in this market cycle. So appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Do you think this volume surge is going to continue? Volume is a necessary thing for price movement. And right now, ADA has it. Have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.